Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing a full-on account review for my full Polearms Only account. We've been on this account for 7 months now. It's been a very long series and I'm looking forward to hopefully putting everything to a close today with a full-on account review to show you guys every single last character we've got and everything we've been able to build on this account up until now. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so I probably clickbaited this video quite a bit, calling it the end of Polearm Only or something like that. And it kind of is in a way, because the content for the series is going to start slowing down dramatically. It already kind of has, as you guys have seen over my YouTube channel the past couple weeks. We've had Honkai Star Rail videos, we've had videos on my main account, but not a lot of Polearm only here and there. So today's video is not going to be the end of Polearm Only, quote unquote, because we still haven't been able to 36-star the Abyss, and honestly this series will not end until I am able to accomplish that. And also there is still some upcoming Polearm characters who I may want to add to my team and build around, but until those Polearm characters come out, you can probably expect this series to be on the down low for a long time to come. But I kind of wanted to bring everything to a close today with just a full-on account review, showing everything, all our progress from day one, where we started and where we ended. So that's kind of the general gist of the video today. The first thing we should look at is my meager accomplishments in the Spiral Abyss. Now, I've given the Spiral Abyss a couple attempts. My attempts have been pretty futile so far. I haven't been really able to successfully 33-star or even 36-star it for that matter. The farthest I've been able to get is 28 stars. I believe I've been able to 3-star every single floor up to floor 12, and then I always struggle at floor 12. The ley line disorders are very hard right now. These chambers are not easy, and they only get harder as the game progresses, because the new sumo enemies, like for example those big hawk thingies and the crocodiles and the fang beasts, are very hard enemies to kill. So I've been kind of struggling with it so far. I think I need to find some new team comps, and then we'll probably tackle this again another time. I really want to complete that Spiral Abyss, and then that will probably be the final episode of Polearms Only, when we are able to 36-star that danged Abyss. Next things next, let's look at our general progress for our quests. So we've had a bit of a hard time with quests. As you can see, our story quests are not complete at all, or actually we've done a couple of them but not a lot of them. Most of them are thanks to my grinder Kova, but generally we don't do them. We don't really need to, there's no point. There are like a couple extra Primo Gems, but because we're not wishing for a lot of characters, we really don't need the Primo Gems that much, because we can only get Polearm characters anyways, so these really aren't as necessary. We've only been able to get up to Sumeru City in Act 1. This is just because this quest is extremely excruciating to complete, and honestly the rewards for it are so meager that I just do not think it's worth it. I could go to Sumeru City, complete all the quests, do whatever, but realistically, is it worth it just to unlock one boss fight so that I can level up? I think we only have a single Polearm character that even uses the mats for the Scaramouche boss fight, so realistically, I just don't think it's worth it to spend 24 hours of my life completing that quest for a single character's talents. Next, let's take a look into our character archive. So we've got every single Polearm character, I believe, to this date. Yes, indeed I do. I have every single last Polearm character. Not too many constellations. You're not going to see any dupes in here or anything. Every single Polearm character, I believe I only have a single time. At least for the 5 stars, I might have a couple dupes for the 4 stars. I don't exactly remember. In terms of like other characters that I just got lucky on, I happen to get a Kaching and a Jean. This would be really good if I was the Swords Only account, but unfortunately I'm not. I'm the Polearms Only account, so I was a little saddened by that, but it is what it is. We also got a couple extra characters like Kuki, Heizo, Kale, a lot of lucky characters if I was on a different account, but for this account, it's a little lackluster. In fact, I actually have a C1 Kaching because I've been able to get her twice. Again, would be really good if I was a Swords Only account, but unfortunately I'm not. And again, even in my inventory, you'll see that most of my standard banner 5 stars have been Catalysts and Claymores. Everything except Polearms. We have both of the 5-star catalysts and one of the 5-star claymores. It could have been good if I was like any other weapon only account, but Polearms just hasn't been lucky for me. The only 5-star we've been able to get successfully was the Staff of Homa, which I think I had to go quite a ways into pity for. And honestly, was it really worth it? I don't know. I mean, it's a really good weapon, but it cost me a lot of wishes in the long run. But what else do I need wishes for right now? We got every polearm character, so the next thing we need, I guess, is weapons. Some other weapons I have are the Catch, very good weapon. Haven't R5'd it though. Maybe just a little lazy to do that. Crescent Pike on my Rosaria for that physical damage. I got a Dragon's Bane. We got the Missive Wind Spear from a certain event. I don't recall what it's called. The Prototype Star Glitter was a good weapon. Black Cliff Pole, we got another one of those. We have an R2 Deathmatch. I bought the Battle Pass, I believe, only twice. Lithic Spear and Favonius Lance was another really good one. We have a ton of stringlesses on this account, way too many. Again, I wish I was the bows only account because I get so many stringlesses, so many rusts, so many sacrificial bows, and so many Favonius warbows, but not a single copy of another Favonius Lance. Again, we got a ton of Wit Sith. We got a ton of Aya Perceptions. We've literally got about every other weapon besides good polearms. I've only been able to R2 my Dragon's Bane and R2 my Deathmatch, which I had to pay for. I've not got any constellations for any other weapons like the Lithic Spear, Favonius Lance, etc. And in fact, because of that, I've had to build 1, 2, 3, 4 black tassels. It also doesn't help that a lot of the polearm characters are HP based, and that is why I have to build so many dang black tassels. We have 1 level 90, 2 level 80, and 1 level 60 black tassels. As for my artifacts, we've done a ton of artifact grinding on this account. I have a couple of videos where I spend like 2,000 resin in a day. Those are always fun to do. I enjoy doing those. So I've been trying to kit out all my characters with some of their best artifacts. Don't have a lot of EXP at the moment, but it's something that we're working on. Most of my characters are already kitted out in full artifacts, and I guess I could do a little bit of optimization there, but I kind of like where they're all at right now with artifacts, so I'm happy to leave it. Resources, we don't really grind resources too much. I'm completely out of EXP books, but that's because I believe all my polearm characters are level 90, so I really don't need any EXP books right now. We got a couple different weapon materials and stuff like that. Nothing really too special to see here. We grind the bosses a little bit. I don't know why I have so many Shadows of the Warriors. I don't think I need that many. We have a ton of talent books, which I'm still hoping to crown a couple of my characters, which I haven't done yet, which I definitely should do. Crowning could help me in the Abyss, so I should try to crown characters. I remember early on in the series, we had to make a ton of food because we didn't have a healer. For a long time, I was using basically only Rosaria, and that was it. And then we got Zhongling, and then I believe after that it was Zhao. And so for a long time, we didn't have healers. So we have like a ton of these Matusake meat rolls. I think we used to have a lot of steak, but we definitely don't anymore because I've used a lot of it. But yeah, back in the day, we had to make a lot of food because we had no healer. I believe until Yao Yao. I think Yao Yao was our very first healer. So we went about 5 to 4 months with no healers at all. As for my materials, again, nothing too much interesting to see here. I collect a bit of everything. Just as I see it, I pick it up. We got a ton of crystal chunks if we ever need to craft more for weapons, but generally the game gives you enough. We also got a ton of billets, which we only need the polearm billets. The other ones are kind of useless to us, but we have them just in case. Here is my gadget inventory. Quest inventory. As for my special items, I actually have 19 Acquaint Fates. I'm gonna wait to use these because I have a video that I specifically want to do with these 19 Acquaint Fates because I believe I'm close to a 5-star with them. I got a couple fragile resin if I ever want to do another 2,000 resin in one video. I got some hunting traps, a couple of the things from Watatsumi Island, or no, this is from Ankonomiya actually. And other than that, nothing too much to see here. I believe we have maxed out the Oculus in each region, other than I don't think we have all the Dendro Oculus yet. And obviously teapot materials, and that is my inventory. Now the thing you guys have probably all been waiting for this video, let's get into some of my character builds. There is a lot of them. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 13 characters to go through. Not too many, but it's just enough to get me through the game. Let's start off with Mika. He's the only one who isn't level 90 because I don't have the EXP books, but we're working on it. Currently, he's on a black tassel. I could build another one to level 80, but I just don't see the point. I'm just going to wait till I get another Favonius Lance. It'll come eventually on the standard banner or something. I'm not aiding another black tassel. I refuse. If I really need to, I'll just swap off Candace or something. He is currently on 2-piece emblem and 2-piece tenacity, for some extra HP and some recharge. We actually have him at C2 as well, and his talents are 166. Some of his artifacts look like this, a pretty decent crit rate, crit damage piece with a little bit of HP. This one has way too much HP, has like 1,000, but then again, he does scale with HP, so it's not terrible. Energy recharge sands, HP goblet, and healing bonus hat, because we honestly need that healing. I know healing isn't generally recommended for him, but we find ourselves needing healing a lot on this account. His split is not great, but it does the job. 172 recharge and 35k HP. It's not bad for support. Next up is Zhongling, level 90 out of 90. She has 337 EM and Guoba on her head. We currently have her on Dragon's Bane. Again, I would like another weapon like Favonius or something like that, but we do with what we got. Artifacts are going to be the 4-piece emblem. As you'll see, I've probably grinded a lot of emblem for most of these characters. C1, and talents are 265, which this is way too low. I should definitely level this. Why is this so low? I know I have the mats to level this. Wait, hold up. Give me a second. I know I have the mats to level up Zhongling. I don't know why I haven't done this yet. Here we go, Zhongling. Oh, wait, shoot, never mind. That's why. It's because I don't have Deval and Claws. Okay, but we're working on it. Level 77 ain't bad. Let's check out some of these artifacts. So we got Energy Recharge Sands with 10 crit rate. Goblet is Pyro Damage bonus with 10 crit damage, 15 attack. And then we got a hat with 20 crit damage, 14 attack. This is one of my better hats. This one is really nice. And then a +0 flower. I should have really reviewed these builds before I did this video. I don't know why she has this. Okay, hold up. Give me a second. We'll just give you a quick 40 CV piece here. Don't mind me. We're about to roll crit rate 4 times in a row. Bing, bang, boom. Or defense. But hey, it's a +20 piece. We take it. I already have too many emblem pieces on my account anyways. It's good enough. Zhongling will take it, I guess. 2 crit rate rolls? Not bad, I guess. Too much defense, though. We actually... Oh my... Wait. Excuse me? I have this? Bro. Wait, what? I have this piece? Never mind. I guess we're using this one on her. Please roll all crit rate, crit damage. Please. 2 and 2. Okay. I didn't realize I had a piece like this on my account. Since when did I have a crit rate, crit damage 4 statter? Come on. Not bad. We take it. 2 crit rate, 1 crit damage. There you go, Zhongling. You like that piece. Again, too much defense, but it's still pretty good. Hey, we take that. And there we go. Zhongling's complete. And her stats are now 59, 121, 181 recharge. Pretty good. 1300 attack. Yeah, I think that's pretty decent. Can definitely do a little bit more with her, but I think overall it's a decent build for right now. Next up is Toma. I believe he's just on a shield bot build. We're just trying to get him as much HP as possible. HP, energy recharge. He has a +0 feather because I do not care about his attack. All I want is a lot of HP and a lot of recharge, and he's perfectly fine for me. As you can see, his stats reflect this. 193 recharge, literally not a single crit rate roll on the entire build, and 34k HP. He is just a shield bot. All I want from him is a shield. Next up is Rosaria. Rosaria's I have on a more interesting build. She's on a physical build. This is mainly because in the early game, she was like my only DPS unit until Zhao, I believe. I've just been using her as physical out of necessity for such a long time that I honestly have just not been bothered to change her build. So you'll see here, we have a lot of physical pieces. Could she be better on a cryo build? Probably. But honestly, if I pair her with Shenhe, who we're going to go over in a minute, she's actually not all that bad. So honestly, I'm kind of happy with Rosaria. I know I could probably do more with her, but she's on a decent build. Good enough, I think, for this account. Next up, Yunjin. She's the only user of Favonius Lance. I like her having Favonius Lance over anybody else just because I think she needs it the most. I think she has the most energy problems out of all my Black Tassel users. So she is the one who is holding Favonius Lance. Artifacts is going to be the 4-piece Husk of Opulent Dreams. Constellation, I unfortunately didn't get any for her. And talents are 157. Let's see some of these artifacts. I believe they're decent. Just defense stacking. We need crit rate, obviously, for Favonius. More defense stacking. Just try to get as much defense as possible on the feather and the flower. This one is really insane. I don't remember getting this, but we take it. And you can see I have a decent amount of crit rate. Pretty good recharge. And 2000 defense. Not a bad Yunjin in my opinion. Hu Tao is the next character. She is probably, I want to say, my best built character. Maybe competing with Sino. Hu Tao is going to have Staff of Homa. Obviously, that already makes her pretty OP. Staff of Homa plus Hu Tao is insane. We are going to have 4-piece Shiwanawa. No constellations. Would love to see one, but I don't know if we'll ever get it. And then we also have 888 talents on her. These will probably eventually go to 10, 10, 10. Wait, can I actually just do it? Wait, hold up. Which one's the priority? First skill, second second, normal attack, third burst. Wait, I might be able to get her even higher. I've had so many grinded up talent book, I just have forgot about them and I've just kind of left them here. But if I can take her to 10, 10, 10, we will. Oh, okay, we're a little short, but we're pretty close. 9, 9, 8. Not bad. I'm learning a lot of new things about my account today. Apparently, I just have a lot of saved up materials I haven't used. Let's check out some of our artifacts. So we got a pyro damage goblet on her with 15 crit rate, which I really like this piece personally. Crit rate hat with some ER, attack, and crit damage. An HP goblet with some crit damage, crit rate, energy. And then a pretty decent feather. Honestly, almost all these pieces have like perfect stats. This one, just the defense is dead. This one, just the defense is dead. This one has no dead stats. This one, no dead stats. And this one, no dead stats. So I'd say I have a pretty decent Hu Tao. You could argue that flat HP is a dead stat, but honestly, I think it's fine for her. My Hu Tao has 33k HP, 1.3k attack. Unfortunately, I don't have a single point of EM on her, which is a bad point of the build. But overall, it's actually pretty good. Not a bad Hu Tao if I say so myself. Next up is Shenhe, who is the most recent addition to our Polearm Only account. She had a long wait on our banner, but we were finally able to bring her home. We have her on Lithic Spear right now to get some more attack percent on her. I believe she's, again, just going to be on a full attack build, going all attack to get the most out of her skill and burst. Yep, you're going to see here that a lot of these pieces are full attack with some crit rate and damage subs. This piece is especially good for her. We got crit rate, crit damage, plus ER. ER is also very important on Shenhe if you don't already know that. Constellation is 0, and talents are 8, 8, 1. 3k attack, which I think is decent. Some people have 4k, but I think 3k is fine. I could use a little more crit rate on her build if I wanted her alone to do a little more damage. Could probably also use more recharge. 117 isn't great, but I just like the attack percent here more than I like an energy recharge stance. But if I'm really struggling, maybe I'll put a recharge stance on her instead. Next up is Zhao. Zhao was the first ever 5-star I got on this account. He's still beloved to this day, although I don't use him as much. He is on the Blackcliff Polearm. I've tried desperately to get that dang primordial Jade Winged Spear, but we have had no luck up until now. We got 2-piece Viridescent, 2-piece Shiwanawa, some crit damage, crit rate, recharge, crit rate, crit damage, attack, crit rate, crit damage, 2 dead stats. This piece could definitely be a little bit better, but I just don't think we've got a better goblet for him yet. And then crit rate, EM. This piece, pretty bad, but we have to work with what we got. Overall, though, I'm pretty happy with his build. His ratio was really good. 84 to 160 is like muy bueno, perfect. 118 recharge. Recharge doesn't matter as much on Zhao. 1.7k attack. He's pretty decent. I don't think he's better than Hu Tao, but he's still one of my better units. Next up, Zhongli. He's just a shield bot. Again, like Toma, all he does is shield me. I really don't like taking damage, and frankly, I'm scared of it. So he's just on a full HP build with some crit subs, so he does a little more damage. He actually has Geo Damage Goblet, which I kind of forgot about. I think I put this on him because it's just a really insane piece. Has like perfect subs for him. A really good Tenacity Feather too, and a pretty good Flower. Yeah, not actually as bad as Zhongli as I thought I had. He's actually pretty decent, and I can level up his talents. Bro, I have so many talent upgrades I need to do. There we go, 8-8, and that's about all we can do. But Zhongli's in a good place too. We have him on some pretty bad crit rate to crit damage ratios, but it'll do. He does have 44k HP though, and 1k attack, so he's not doing too badly. Could probably put him on a crit rate or damage hat and have him be a little better and do more damage, but his shield needs to be as OP as possible so that I don't die. Next up is Candace. Candace isn't one of my favorite characters in the world, but I have to make do with her as she is my only Hydro character. She is currently on the level 90 Black Tassel, 2-piece Emblem, 2-piece Tenacity. I'm gonna need a lot of recharge on her, and talents are 8-8. Still working on this. Can I upgrade this? No, I cannot upgrade this. Unfortunate. Let's see some of her artifacts. I believe she's on some of my better artifacts, like this one, which is an absolutely insane piece for supports. 22 recharge, 9.3 HP is not a bad piece. This one could definitely be improved, although we got some recharge, which is pretty good. This one is recharge plus crit damage. Would prefer more HP percent, but what are you going to do? And this one, again, more HP percent, a little bit of crit rate, crit damage for more damage. And this one is pretty decent too. Would like a little more recharge though. Overall though, she's doing pretty well. She has 30k HP, 217 recharge, and a pretty abysmal crit rate, crit damage ratio, but she's doing okay. You'll notice with a lot of these characters is it's just HP stacking. Toma, Zhongli, Candace, a lot of HP stacking going on here. My DPS characters are really where the more crit-orientated artifacts shine. Next up is Yao Yao. I believe I have her on an EM build to do as much reaction damage as possible. You can first see that with the prototype Star Glitter. And then we're going to have the 4-piece Deepwood of Memories, which I just recently grinded for her. Constellation 2 and talents are 6/6. I cannot take them any further because of the Scaramouche boss. But does not matter because we got some good artifacts. We got a recharge EM flower here for more reaction damage. This one was really insane. I was really lucky to get this piece. Unfortunately, Yao Yao does not use crit as much. A pretty decent EM piece for the Sands. An HP piece for the Goblet because I don't think I could get EM. I tried to, but I just wasn't lucky enough to get an EM Goblet. And then same thing with the hat. I would have liked to get EM here, but HP is just what we had to go with because we just weren't lucky enough to get EM. 294 EM with 34 crit rate, 70 crit damage, 203 recharge. Not the best Yao Yao build ever. But I really need her on this 4-piece Deepwood Memories, and I just haven't got lucky grinding the domain. So I've had to make do with the pieces I've got, which is a little unfortunate. But what are you going to do? Artifacts are how artifacts are. Next up, Raiden Shogun. She is, I want to say, a really well built. She has the catch, not refinement 5, but it's still pretty good. 4-piece emblem, constellation 0. And talents are 1, 9, 10. She is the only character on this account who is crowned. I do not regret crowning her at all. Her burst is insane, so I am happy prioritizing that. As for her artifacts, I believe they're not too bad. We got a pretty decent feather with some crit rate, crit damage. A crit damage flower with no crit rate, unfortunately. This piece is pretty nutty. This piece is kind of insane, to be honest. This one, it could have gone a lot better, but it is what it is. And a decent hat with some energy and some crit damage. Not any like standout bad pieces. They're just all in that good zone. Nothing crazy. 54 crit rate, but obviously it's a little better because I got the catch. 151 crit damage, 242 recharge, not too shabby. And we're also able to get 1.5k attack. Overall, again, like I said previously, it's just a borderline good Raiden. It's not the greatest you've probably ever seen, but she does the job on my account, so I'm happy with her build. Last up is our guy Sinnoh, who I think is my best built character on my account. We got some very lucky artifacts for him that I want to show off. We also have him on deathmatch as well. Not, unfortunately, not level 90, but I have the materials. Wait, since when did I have these materials on my account? I have so many upgrades I can do that I just haven't done yet. I might have to go retry the Abyss after today's episode because we've made so many upgrades that I didn't even realize I had. Now he has a level 90 deathmatch. There we go. Perfect. Artifacts are 2-piece Thundering Fury, 2-piece Glad, Constellation 0, and talents are 7, 9, 1. I do want to crown this eventually. I just haven't had an opportunity. I just need to get a couple more of the philosophies of animation, but that will come eventually on this account. Next things next, his artifacts are some of the best. This piece is not a good highlight of that. I swear they get better. Okay, this piece isn't a good highlight of that either. This piece is the one that's really good. This is the one that's really good. We got a really good attack stance on him. I swear I had a better electro damage bonus cup. There's no shot this is my best one. Okay, it may be my best one. Okay, that's a little sad. I didn't realize how sad my goblets were. Attack sands, and then we got a really good feather on him. This one I was pretty proud of, and a pretty damn good flower with a lot of crit damage. And you're gonna see his split. We were able to get 240 crit damage on him with 63 crit rate. I think that's pretty nutty. I think that's insane. Plus 1.9k attack and 77 EM. To be honest, I'm surprised his stats are so high because this piece is pretty trash. So is this one. So I actually don't know how his stats are so incredibly high. But hey, I'm not one to complain. He's looking good and he does some crazy numbers. So honestly, our Sinnoh is pretty cracked. I actually think he's the second best character now. I think Hu Tao would take the ground for the best character on my account. But without further ado, that is going to be the end of our video for today. If you enjoyed this, please feel free to leave a like down below or subscribe. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.